Welcome back to Yellow Bracket, Final Fantasy VIII Yellow Bracket. Alright, let's move on, I guess.
It's time for a lot of reviews and expositions.
Yay, because we haven't had enough of that in this game, have we?
I'll take that over leaving stuff, dropping and leaving stuff unexplained, so
yeah, thanks for small favors, I guess. So yeah, I decided to skip because this town is a fucking pain to go over because it's unnecessarily large. Let's just move on. So yeah, like we've established in the previous part, guess who's the new president of Esthar?
Ward.
What's this music?
So there you go, that green guy from the previous parts, that was Ward.
Did
nobody Matsu record himself on a pogo stick and put that for a
That's probably...
So yeah, the big twist, the president of Esthar, the actual political president of Esthar, is Laguna.
Basically, ever since that revolution, he
literally pulled a Che Guevara. Oh my god.
All right, so there you go. His revolution succeeded, and as a result, he's fixed Esthar, and they're no longer xenophobic.
Pretty much.
There you go. See, Renoa, this is how you do it. You accomplish shit, and don't just drop midway. Just because.
And super casual clothes for being a president.
Okay, to be fair to Renoa, Pedro, circumstances have kind of literally have kept her away from her town and all that.
Anyway, you guys were at... It was like there were some kind of waves running through my head. Yeah, basically he's talking about how the times where,
strength of the theories.
Yeah, they gave us so much power doing that. So there you go. They actually felt us going into them during the past. We thought they were some kind of fairies flying over us. So I'm Laguna, President Laguna Loire of Esthar.
Hey, that right.
They made the Stingus a president.
Oh, and by the way, Shirei, get ready, because this is the friendship part that I told you about.
Oh, no.
Anyway, if we weren't in a state of emergency, I'd talk to you some more. But, well, whatever. Let's talk.
Well, Shiori's dropped, so,
Laguna,
yeah, Shiori rage quit the playthrough. Shiori rage quit the playthrough. Go ahead, Jova.
Laguna, considering what we're gonna figure out, all things considered, there should be a lot to talk about. But we'll get to that later. You're never going to get going if President Laguna keeps talking. So why don't you guys throw out some questions and he'll try to answer them. Thank you, Kiros. I mean, Kiros just says it like it is, really.
Again, straight man.
Well, that's kind of his point, Jova. He's a straight man. They seem like a lot of fun. They seem like a lot of fun. Yeah. Too bad we usually hang out with the spoil sports rather than the others. But hey, what can I say?
Well, like we've mentioned, we pointed out our own issues with Laguna as well.
I know, but I still prefer them over the others. Man, you look way too serious.
Whatever.
Exactly. So, okay, so what do we talk about first?
The weather?
No.
So, what are you doing here? You know what I've been doing all my life, right?
Not really, just glimpses and peeks. You were a silly Galbadian soldier. I didn't like your attitude at all. But I understood the bond between the three of you. Fair enough. Then you changed after you went to Windhill. Then Alone was adopted by Esthar and you went on a journey.
Basically, yeah, that about covers it.
Journey to get Alone back. You wrote articles and appeared in movies to get by. You were trying to find a way into Esthar. So, see, apparently appearing in the movie was part of his ploy. Weird enough. You somehow got into Esthar and rescued Alone.
I got a lot of help along the way.
I would imagine.
Oh, trust me, Jova. He's proud of the fact that his friends helped him, I assure you. Go ahead.
What I don't understand is, why are you the president?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, long story.
Look, Laguna, you're nice and all, but president material?
Wanna know? It's a long story.
Yes, please. Any bit of explanation is actually accepted.
You wanna hear it? Really? Okay, I'll tell you. I only set out to rescue alone, but of course that wasn't the end of the story. It's a country ruled by sorceress Adele with the ingenious yet inhumane Odine. So Odine is inhumane. Okay. Both of them were
the inhumane practices.
Both of them were interested in alone. We couldn't just pack up and leave.
And yet he keeps Odine around still.
I'm guessing he reformed him, maybe? I don't know. Adele will be angry. My research will be kaput. And that's bit. Odine only thought about his research.
Of course.
But I taught him that there's more important things in life than science.
Beat the shit out of you.
But while researching under Adele's orders, he was still making many inventions. Was he now?
Yes.
It was a device to seal magic sealing facility. Yeah, yeah, no need for that specification, but whatever. Maybe Adele can be defeated.
Maybe.
I owe the big favor to the Adele resistance who helped me rescue. Well, all you have to do is spam limit bricks on him, Laguna. It's not hard.
Well, he doesn't know that's how it goes with her.
I spoke with my comrades. 2 issues came up. First, stopping the crystal pillar from calling monsters from the moon and destroying everything like what happened in Centra.
Again, the crystal pillar is the Bloody Pandora.
Second, freeing Esthar from Adele's hands, because Adele is xenophobic and that's bad, and that's no good. We planned and planned, based on my brilliant ideas, of course.
Of course.
I don't know, Tail, they succeeded, so...
I'm gonna check it out and say that Kiros actually, goes wrote all the plans in the background.
Probably.
Would not surprise me.
We're back. Back in the lunatic Pandora research facility, thanks to the power of fading to black. Come on, Pedro, press X. Thank you. Yeah, and Ward is,
Still chasing people.
There is only one goal.
Extermination.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to do it... Oh, come on, Teo. We're a peaceful revolution. Anyway. Following Odine's instructions, we operated the panel and moved the crystal pillar. We set the course and the stop point in the ocean. And goodbye. We are the weakest link. Goodbye. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, experiment succeeded. That was easy, but we were found out.
Well, duh.
So we gathered for a final battle to lure Adele. And there you go, that's Adele. This is gonna be her one major moment in the game.
Yeah.
Well, aside from that other bit in the game.
Well, you mean the moment?
Minimal Jova.
You mean the moment where we beat the crap out of her in 2 minutes? I guess. What is going on? We hunted down the culprit who moved the crystal pillar, not to be confused with the crystal tower. Where? Inside there. Alone's been taken hostage.
Yes, Laguna is using that oldest trick in the book.
Well, it's working too, as you can see. I knew she wouldn't go it right away.
Luck.
If I mentioned Alone. You thought I would fall for that trick, even though I kinda just did?
And Laguna is prostrating like Dr. Wily.
Adele realized that Alone was a hologram, but it was too late.
Or was it?
What is wrong with you, man? Come on!
Of course. My plans are always perfect! Kiro's word now! Haha, piece of cake. Ha. So there you go.
Mighty Sorceress Adele, defeated by mildly convenience pushing.
Yes. Adele was careless. She may be a sorceress, but after all, she was human. I don't know, it's Laguna. She doesn't look very human compared to the others.
She's
that's
buffed.
the thing. Adele is.
No, it's not so much even the buff. It's more
sorceress.
the fact that she's purple. You know. I mean, do we have? Is there any actual side material explanation of what kind of race she is? To?
No, she's still supposed to be human, Pedro. Again, the sorcerers are treated like having a genetic mutation about it, but they're still human at their core.
I get that, but she's the only one that looks purple.
Pedro, all the bosses that we fight in between the transition to this between this pre and this core are technically sorceresses.
Fine, whatever.
And you know what they look like.
Someplace very far in space. So there you go, that's how Adele ended up in space.
And remember, the Ragnarok ship was used to transport it.
And that's why the Ragnarok was basically sacrificed as a tool to put Adele in space, and it would just split. Which again, remember, this happened, and now I can properly say this happened in the past. So it makes no sense for the Ragnarok to still be here near Earth when Squall and Renoa...
It may say that like one model survived, but again, it's so coincidental.
No. It's
what I can understand, it was probably kept there due to the orbit or whatnot, which would have probably kept it cycling around the moon or the Earth, whichever was closer.
A fierce debate ensued about who should govern this country after Adele was gone.
And you'll never believe who they picked.
I wasn't paying close attention while they made up. Well, he was the leader of the revolution. They asked him.
He literally pulled the same thing Che Guevara and Fidel Castro did to Cuba.
Yeah, not only that,
hey, Sherry, do you need a time?
Yes.
Go to 13:15.
Not only that, but being the leader of a revolution doesn't automatically mean you're good to be a president. Again, considering how Laguna literally solved it for dumb luck.
Also,
let me recap first. Basically, Shiroi, Laguna's telling us...
Hold on. First, Shiroi, are you there?
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on to I think you're way ahead of me, because I'm not at 13:15 yet.
Yeah, me neither, but I was just asking if she was there.
Oh, okay, then. Okay. Well, hold on.
We're actually almost there.
So Discord booted me for half of it.
Well, that's okay, Shiro. I didn't miss all that much anyway. We haven't seen the good stuff yet. Anyway, get ready and click. Anyway, here's recap real quick. Basically, Laguna is telling us the story. Laguna is the president of Esthar now, because remember, he was the leader of the revolution, and he's gotten rid of all the xenophobic people. What happened is, Shiroi, here's how he took Adele, who was, ruling the xenophobic way, the city, by pushing her into a trap and sending her off to space, which explains why she was in space. He
literally said to her, "Please go inside there. It is totally not a trap," and she fell through it.
Hey, if it works. But anyway, basically, she also used the Ragnarok, aka that spaceship that we found that allowed us to get back to Earth with Squall and Renoa. And remember, this took place in the past, so like I said, it makes no sense for the ship, for even one of those ships to still be there. They would have drifted off into whatever.
Actually, orbital forces would have kept them around.
I get the idea, but it's a kind of a satellite effect, and Esthar simply did not have enough technology to notice that.
Like, you'd be surprised, we have plenty of satellites or orbital structures that still do keep in place in space due to the orbital forces of what they're circumventing.
Sure.
Also, Jova, you mentioned what you mentioned before, George Washington, Jova. Don't forget that.
Alright, but in the meantime, since now Adele's followers had no sorceress, they went to see if they could find someone who could potentially be her successor. And guess who that successor was? Elone, which explains why Elone has her power, kind of. She's Adele's successor of sorts. And she's been chosen, or some shit, basically. And that's why the bad guys kept constantly kidnapping Alone to use her power for their own gain. It's the most painful episode of my life.
Is it? Really?
Well, I love Alone as a father. Come on, give me some credit. So I rescued her and sent her off to Glen Hill. And Alone was sent straight to an orphanage.
Oh, I wonder what orphanage.
Yep.
Why didn't you?
I mean, there's only one in the hacking world. So.
I wanted to, but as you can see, I'm kind of busy here. But I had my reasons.
Right.
Yeah, I'm busy ruling a city.
I found out after this afterward, but
Oh boy, here we go.
the reason why Alone had to leave the orphanage was because of her special power.
It is ironic because the matron would also develop a special power.
Everybody has special powers in this game. Dako Dai wanted to do research on Alone's special power. He looked for her everywhere. The owners of the orphanage were Sid Kramer and his wife Idea.
Alright, Seed exists, I forgot.
You know them better than I do, since you're one of them and all. The Kramers took Elle out of the orphanage to protect her. So there you go. The as far as he was aware, the Kramers were taking care of her anyway. They prepared a big ship to accommodate her. Gracious of them, huh?
The White Seed ship.
Yep. After a while, the ship turned into another orphanage, and after all the kids, Gabe.
Yeah.
I know that they were trying to treat it seriously, but it's so stupid.
The magical
hilarious.
orphanage in the sky.
Yes, why not? She said her life on the ship was a happy one, but who knows? I don't know how she could have been happy on a ship. You'd be surprised, the Laguna. Plenty of people love the sailing life.
Who the fuck are you to judge, Laguna? Jesus Christ.
But it's a ship full of orphans. It's gotta be sad.
She was on the ship for over 10 years.
It's like if the Lost Boys actually took over Hook's galleon, I guess.
That ship was attacked by...
In some continuities.
That ship was attacked by Galbadia recently. Esthar's ship rescued them, and she finally met up with me. It was pure luck that we found her.
Pure luck seems to be the defining thing of your life, Laguna.
I know, right?
Well, I guess you can say I'm a lucky guy then. I was out in space at the time. Alone followed me out to space.
As you do.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Well, she loves me, as you keep hearing her say all the time. Little Elle was all grown up. And then she told me everything. Did she get back? Sorry, go ahead.
Did she get back safely from space?
Oh, of course you did, otherwise you'll be able to tell you anything.
Our escape pod rescue team was a little late. But don't worry, she's fine. Alone was taken into custody by Galbadia, though.
Of course she was.
Well, that doesn't sound very fine.
She's inside Lunatic Pandora. Well, think about this. It could have been worse. She could have died in space. We're gonna rescue her. Help us out, okay?
Sure, I'll help out, sis.
Phew. Man, Alone is basically the Princess Peach of this game, as you can see. Alright, what else?
I thought that was Renoa.
Well, both of them are. Straight to the heart of the matter. Just like a workaholic seed. How many seeds do you know?
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Okay, everybody, prepare yourselves. This is where believe it or not, everybody, this is where the game gets silly. Just think about it. Sure. Think about it for a moment.
You're gonna need to hear this.
Sure. Think about this for a moment, Shiroi. This is where the game gets silly. Just think about that for a moment. Okay. Yeah, Source's idea told me everything. Source's Ultimecia comes from the future to possess the sources of present day. It's incredibly stupid and convoluted, but that's the plot. But that's the plot that we're going with.
Rules, so this is still fine for now.
I know. Meaning she leaves her body in the future and sends only her consciousness here. Again, convoluted shit, just roll with it.
I mean, that bit doesn't feel too bad, honestly.
Does that sound familiar to you?
It's like when Alone sent our consciousnesses back to the past.
To play the shit in.
You're a smart one. In fact, they're the only smart one of your group based on what we've seen in the past, so...
Why do you think I'm the leader?
My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability like Alone was sending the sorcerers back here to our time.
Because I can answer that question, Joe, because he was forced into it because no one else wanted to do it because they're lazy.
Basically, yeah.
Aside from that...
My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability. But no, that is not the answer.
There's more to it.
Then meets the eye.
Alright, get ready, because this is where things really get fucking silly. So how does the sorceress come back to this time? Take a wild guess.
Time machine?
No, magic. You want to hear now? Yes! Please? I love how the game itself is hesitant at explaining shit. I kept this as a secret as a surprise to you. It is because of me! Aldine! I researched Elone's power long ago. I made out a pattern for the electric current running through Elone's brain.
Ah,
That must-
interesting. Using science to decipher magic.
Once
It's
the,
almost really with Magitech.
once the pattern was determined, it was easy to mechanize. It may only be a toy right now, but in the old time of Ultimecia, it is an impressive working machine. Wait till you hear what the name of the machine is.
The super ultra time machine.
That's actually less silly, Dwips, believe it or not. Which means there is a machine which imitates Elone's power. Kind of an awkward line of dialogue here, but whatever. It is I who made the first model of that machine. Okay, we already established it, Odine. Could you please move on?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this, Odine. You're a bit full of yourself. Like, he has no way
A
of knowing for
scientist with
sure.
an ego, Jova? Never heard of that before.
No, but seriously.
Hold on,
though,
Jabba.
how-
I named the machine Junction Machine Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Crystal
Exact-
Walls, I think, said it best.
Yep. That was my reaction. Exactly. Thanks, Chris.
Well, yeah, I wonder if that was Christoph Waltz actually corpsey or something.
No, the story, he's supposed to laugh. He was supposed to laugh here, don't worry.
God, this scene seems familiar.
That's the name of the machine. This is the name we're going with. Junction
Glorious
Machine
bastards.
Alone. That's the seriously. This is supposed to be taken seriously, by the way.
Anyways, so here's the issue I have with this. Aldine, how do you know that it wasn't just some other more efficient means of time travel that somebody else made that Ultimecia is using in the future? Like, do you have like a camera in the future to show you specifically?
Joe
that
makes a
she's
good point,
using
actually.
A future version of your device here.
It is a wonderful thing to know that my invention is used in the future. See, that's how I know. Junction. Go ahead.
Junction Machine Alone.
Gee,
that
when
may
you-
be the most dumbest
Hey,
thing
Shiri,
I've heard
Shiri.
my whole life.
Your machine success. Your this machine design success.
How dare you? Listen, if I want to make a duck, I'll make a duck.
Junction Machine. I'm sorry. No matter how many times I read it, it doesn't get any less stupid.
Okay, I get.
Squall can't
Okay.
comprehend it.
To be fair, I get where they're coming from with the name. The idea that it does use junction magic and that it's fashioned after Alone's name, but by God, just because you throw three words that make sense together doesn't mean it's gonna exactly roll off the tongue well or look good.
Yeah, sound
Believer.
good. Sound good, more like, but yeah. And L became Ultimecia's target, obviously, like we already established.
So she can have the real deal.
You can't blame Odine. It's useless.
Oh, I've always said he's useless.
You want to go outside? You want to fisticuffs? Oh yeah, I'm
Fucking bash your head in, mate.
okay, we continue this story. Yeah, I'm totally afraid of this short guy who looks silly. There is only one way to defeat Ultimecia.
That's the joke.
You must kill her in the future.
Makes sense. But
So
how
you
do
can
we get
you
there?
must change the future so you can change the past.
Literally.
Right, sorry, that's stupid. Please don't use that for a future story. There is no way to jump to the future under normal circumstances. Why not? At this point, might as well. Like seriously, there's not.
Hey, we gotta have some limitations, okay?
Sure. So now all of a sudden the game wants to restrain itself. It
Well,
is
that's
be-
the-
more like homage Earthbound of all things.
It is
Never
because
will,
Sorceress
man.
Ultimecia plans to compress time. Compressing time with magic. What good will it do for the Sorceress to compress time? Alright, Go ahead, tell us. So what's her motivation? What good will that do for her? Exactly. Go ahead, Odine. I want you to tell me what's her motivation. There may be many reasons, but it doesn't matter.
No, it's fucking dumb.
You know...
Hold on.
You what? I can't give details. No details? I'm not moved.
Classic Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'm with George.
I want details, and I want them right now. I don't have a job. I have no place to go. You're not in the mood? Well, you get in the mood.
Exactly. You're not in the mood to explain this to me, Kitase? Well, you get in the mood. Like, seriously.
Okay, you know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is one of those cases where something as simple as just saying, oh, she went crazy from tragedy or something and she wants to destroy everything, would have made this more compelling than just,
Like,
we have no idea the reason.
Like, I get
why.
the idea. Like, I get the idea that, she wants to use that to rule over the world anyway. But yeah, we kind of do lack motivation.
Not just that, but it's not just that, Jova. It's not even like they say, oh, I have no idea why she wants to do this, and that's it. The game just moves on.
No,
and
it doesn't matter.
No, the game literally, Jova, acknowledges that it's weird why she wants to do this, and then says, it doesn't matter anyway. It's like, seriously, the game... Go ahead.
From what I understand, official canon has stated it that the reason she's doing this is so that she can rule over all the time. But I don't remember if that's actually stated in-game or
No, it's stated here, but again, Trevor, we're kind of missing a point to get to that point,
Which again, Tio, maybe it wouldn't have needed it if it turned out Renoa actually was Ultimecia, but...
Anyway, the point is that Ultimecia can arrive only by possessing someone in the present.
Yeah. We must take advantage of Elon's power. So basically we're going to use Elon's power back against her as a counter plan, basically. There are two sorceresses in our time. Sorceress Renoa and Sorceress Adele.
This is not too bad of an idea for a time travel
Jova, Teo, and Dwips. So what do you do with witches? That's right. Death by fire. There you go. See? Well, so this means we must burn Renoa. Burn Renoa. Burn her.
Burn the witch.
Burn the witch!
Anyway.
Once regeneration is completed, blah, blah, blah. Sorceress Adele is probably in the process of awakening inside Lunatic Pandora because a certain someone got possessed and freed her. Ultimecia will want to possess Adele if Adele wakes up. So pray and hope she's sleepy.
It won't be that easy.
That will be a horrible event. No shit, Sherlock. Adele is a horrible sorceress.
She's not a good sorceress.
And I get the idea that she's not gonna be super pretty for being sealed up for the past 20 years.
We're literally in Troll Central Park logic. He's a good troll and he's a bad troll.
Wait, allow me. Are you a good sorceress or a bad sorceress?
She's a good sorceress. That is all for the mission briefing. First, go to Lunatic Pandora. Elon's probably being held captive inside, so rescue her first. This is like the third time now. Then kill Sorceress Adele before the awakening process is completed.
Sounds simple enough.
Yes. Now, we're left with Renoa as the only sorceress of this era. Fortunately, she is in here, so we can burn her. Then wait for Ultimecia or we can wait for Ultimecia to possess Renoa. That is a good plan too. I wanted to burn her, but Laguna here wouldn't let me. When Ultimecia arrives, it is Elon's turn. Elon will send Renoa back to the past with Ultimecia. Like, seriously. Figures at this game.
So basically, 2 riders for the price of 1.
Elon will have to send Renoa and Ultimecia inside another sorceress she knows in the past. Everybody get that? No? Well, fuck you then.
Not really.
It's about to get even worse.
Wait, hold on. The plan has more roots to it.
Edea or Adele. That's up to Elon. Ugh.
This plan has too many roots.
So basically, oh wait, hold on.
Once Ultimecia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic. We will see some influence here.
It's what the game essentially has, meandered in saying is that we will create a situation where future, present, and past coexist at the same time, and Ultimecia will think it's a good moment to initiate the compression.
Renoa will come back to this world. Ultimecia also goes back to her own world. What you mean, her own time?
Now, the reason we're doing this with Renault is so that we actually know when it's going on, and also so we can have some control in the matter, too.
Yeah.
As opposed to if she possessed Adele.
That would be left is the time-compressed world.
Honestly, this plan wouldn't be bad if it weren't for certain bits with it.
Past, present, and future will all get mixed together. So basically, it's like the climax of Sonic 06. You will keep moving through the time compression towards the future. Once you're out of the time compression, that will be Ultimecia. Don't you mean Ultimecia's time?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Exactly.
Sorta.
Like I think wait, I lost myself there. Could you say it again? Like seriously. It's all up to you after that. It's all very confusing and ridiculous, but that's the plan. Whatever. Laguna. So you were briefed about the mission. I don't really understand it either. Well, so there you go.
Laguna.
Even the game admits that this plan is confusing. Anyway.
Yeah, there's still one thing we haven't explained yet.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I did pick all the questions. It's just that we were all talking over
you
it.
didn't ask about rain.
Yeah, you didn't ask about the rain one.
Oh, I did? Hold on.
No, which is kinda a bit important.
That's okay, Teo. I'm about to anyway. Calm down.
Oh, okay.
I need to get angry at me. Anyway. Oh.
Actually, no, you're selecting to go again with the mission.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, I could have sworn I picked
here's
it.
the problem, kids. Rain is dead.
Well, yeah.
She kinda died off screen.
To be
Not only that.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Well, not only that, it turns out.
It's not outright confirmed, but it's a very strongly implied, and the DCA games also reinforce that. But it's basically told that Squall is Laguna's child. Laguna is Squall's father. Yeah,
So,
really.
yeah, basically Laguna is kind of a deadbeat dad, all things considered.
Not only that, but remember that being in the first flashback of Laguna, that was basically to establish the fact that Ben Julie actually got with General Carway was basically the game trying to dodge a bullet and accidentally having a potential reveal that Squall and Renoa were sister and having icky situation about their romance. So at least the game tried to dodge that.
Next.
Basically, this is the reason why Squall is always referred to Alone as sis. Basically, when Alone was sent to the orphanage, Rain was pregnant with a kid who we can assume to have been Squall here. This was after, at some point, she and Laguna had settled down a bit, essentially. What happened was that Squall was sent to the orphanage with Alone, but Alone left before him. This is why the story tries to have that little cover-up that, everyone called her sis, but in reality, it was mainly Squall that called her sis because, wow, he and Alone are pretty much half brother and sister when you get down to it, essentially.
All right.
And ironically, get this, the only reason that Squall and Renoa aren't siblings is because that Laguna didn't settle down with the woman that would eventually be Renoa's mother. So, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Alone was already Rain's daughter before Laguna arrived in her life, so it would have been more of a half sibling towards Squall.
Anyway.
All the same, though, I mean, this does stop it from being incest.
Okay,
Yes, Pedro?
so after then, Alone sends Renoa and bracket Ultimecia to the past bracket.
Why did you bracket that whole phrase?
Because we're going full brackets on this crap. Alone bracket brings back Renoa bracket. Seriously, the game is going completely insane with the brackets. Then bracket head to the future for past time bracket.
Self-aware.
Jesus Christ, I am this loser for a father. The apple fell real far from the tree.
Ultimecia lives far in the future where none of us can technically exist. So the game has, ladies and gentlemen, I am afraid that the game has completely lost whatever little marbles it had.
Wait, hold on. Are we about to get Laguna's brilliant plan, though?
Yes, yeah, there you go. So, as friends, don't forget one another. As friends, believe in one another.
Okay.
Let me read it. Believe in your friend's existence, and they'll also believe in yours. There you go.
Okay, so just to recap, guys.
Hold on, Jova. You'll have time. Hold on. To be friends, to like one another, and to love one another.
So I finally find my father, and this is what I have. God damn it! I wish I could.
Monkey. To be fair, I don't think
You can't do these things alone. You need somebody. So get a friend.
I think Tidus actually got the best.
Anshira, it's gonna get better.
He did.
Right, guys? What place reminds you of your friends?
School.
Imagine being in that place with all your friends.
But what if I don't have any friends?
That's
Get some. Once time compression begins, think of that place and try to get there. That's all. So basically, this is his plan.
Summon and imagine it.
Okay.
Hold on, Jova. So basically, this is his plan for how to save ourselves from being lost in time. Believing in the power of friendship. That place will welcome you. You'll be able to get there no matter what part you're doing. You need love and friendship for this mission. And the courage to believe it.
Okay, for reference sake, we are literally about to go through a time compression in basketball.
It's all about love, friendship, and courage. Gabe.
That's probably the reason. Yeah.
And try to reach him with all our might.
Oh god.
And maybe our bond of friendship could get through to him even in the Shadow Realm. Let's give it a try.
Okay, together.
I mean,
Friendship pact, guys.
Please don't throw us away.
you know what? I'm just
You mean
gonna say
Konami?
it.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Jova.
animation.
Yugi,
Go ahead,
believe in
Jova.
you.
This is still less silly than what Laguna is suggesting. Here, it does have some context here that, bonds in the heart of the cards and all that stuff do work in tandem. In Final Fantasy VIII, mind you, time compression is not just a simple void or shade or hell, even the Shadow Realm. Time compression, as you'll come to see, is something that is incredibly dangerous. Even more so than the Shadow Realm. Essentially, what it is tiny little particles of yourself and your very being scattered throughout time here and there. And if you do not concentrate absolutely, you'll turn into pretty much an eldritch abomination that will be pretty much hovering about here and there.
Basically, Shiroi, you're not the other dimension from the climax of Season 3 of Tango.
Jova. Read that. Jova, read that.
Love and friendship and all that sounds corny. But everyone seems to be up for it.
It's like, well, whatever, I guess.
Maybe I should try this love and friendship thing.
You think I'll succeed?
We'll try. Only because nobody has
We're
suggested
Final
something
Fantasy
better.
VIII.
And here's the return of
Laguna.
it. And because the Kitase still thinks this is funny, so there you go.
So, I'm sorry, Laguna. I may have some doubts about friendship being able to help us through flipping time compression here.
It is only an assumption. I get the... Oh.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Thought I'd bring this back, why not?
In your rambling, incoherent response.
I haven't seen this since Time and
even close to
Eternity.
anything that could be considered a rational thought.
And our original Time and Eternity
Everyone
run
in
at
this room
that.
is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I mean, literally because if this plan doesn't work, Laguna, we are pretty much served up sunny side dead.
I wonder who the actor is that plays like that.
Okay, this is just an assumption. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the original script essentially said that Laguna had to say concentrate on a place, in time, and the people that you know and cherish the most, But they had to make it sure that he was fitting also with his more bumbling persona, and so Richard probably decided to flourish it a bit with all about the love and friendship speech.
But yeah, so there you
But
go,
again,
guys.
it's only an assumption.
So there you go, guys. It turns out Squall is pretty much Laguna's son.
I get the idea that Tidus actually got the better side of the speech.
Oh, he did. He definitely did.
Well, remind me, Teo, does Laguna actually know that he's Squall's father?
He pretty much does, based off of the dialogue he has with him.
I'm gonna go on a limb and think he might just be feigning around. Because all the other times where it has been brought up is in the Dissidia games, and since that incarnation of Laguna is his younger self, of course it's not acknowledged directly, but it's more of a wink at the audience moment. So it has never been addressed until this moment. I can get you on a later date because of stuff that might happen in Opera Omnia, but again, it's something that I can get you only later so far. But for the purpose of this game, it's strongly implied that he knows, but he's just feigning ignorance because he thinks it doesn't matter.
But there you go. You see, Dwebs, the reason you've been see all you have to when it comes to all the problems you've been having with this game's story, Dwebs.
Just don't think about
that's
that.
just because you haven't truly believed in your friends enough.
Okay, so if I applied this logic to other games, will that make those any better?
Maybe.
Don't you see, Dwebs? Last of Us 2 didn't resonate with you because you didn't believe in your friends enough.
Exactly.
And that explains why I can't get into Kingdom Hearts, because I don't believe in you guys enough.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts is pretty much friendship incarnate, so yeah.
It's all about. Look, remember, Dwebs. This whole act of time compression is all about love, friendship, and courage. You see?
And cookies.
Sure.
You see, Shiro?
Is this what the time stream is made of? Just the inherent feelings we have for each other? So that means if you truly, truly love someone, you'll be able to manipulate time. So if you can't manipulate time, then that doesn't mean you truly love your loved one.
That's some old school troll science right there.
And I thought Clifford the Big Red Dog's first.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the mad rambling of a writer that has officially given up. And at this point, he's just whatever.
Okay. Here's the scary thing. I don't think that this is him giving up. I think that this is him
doubling down.
Yeah, doubling down, and him legit thinking that this is the most brilliant thing since, well, Final Fantasy VII, obviously.
You see, Shiroi, you might be mad at the emotional abuse that Renault has put Squall through. But at the same time, Shiroi, this is all about love and courage and friendship.
And that's something that Squall has learned now.
All Squall and Renoa have to do to be happy together is believe in their love and the friendship of their friends and the courage of Angelo. I don't know. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. I have no idea where I'm going with this.
Yeah, they're all fun things.
The point is, this game is fucking stupid. That's the point, everybody. In case you haven't noticed. Anyway, yeah.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again? I didn't quite get it.
No.
So, to your question, which one is the stupidest with the power of love, friendship, and courage thing? This one or the ending of Lightning
Returns?
Yeah, definitely.
Lightning Returns, and again, Lightning Returns shits on the entire franchise as a whole. This is a more an isolated case.
I mean, okay. At the very least, there were seeds to them from the get-go, but Lightning's whole romance with Hope comes the fudge out of nowhere.
No, but I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that he literally shattered the iconic crystal of the franchise, but we already mentioned enough at the end of that game. See ya, I guess.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.